Now, this is obviously a completely different coaster altogether, but can you tell us about what goes into the process of, from beginning to end, building a coaster, designing it, all that stuff? Hey, everybody, this is Dwayne from Coaster Addict. I'm here with Mike Graham from the Gravity Group. How you doing, Mike?
Hey, doing great.
Well, we're sitting in this lovely, amazing Oscar-themed coaster train. Tell us about it, and where's this going?
So this is the Oscars Wacky Taxi. It's going to Sesame Place outside Philadelphia. And Oscar is driving a taxi. He's obviously not that great of a driver, as you can see by the patina. So yeah, and then Slimy, his little friend up here, the cute little Slimy. He's along for the ride, as you might have seen in the videos. He's sliding, and he's going to experience the airtime just like Oscar and all the passengers. So yeah, we'll be running the train next spring. It's a 40-foot tall, 1,200-foot long ride, similar to Roarosaurus and Wooden Warrior. You guys might be familiar with it, Storyland and Quasi, respectively. But yeah, it's going to be a totally fun ride. I forget exactly how many air times it says, or it has. The press release says plenty, so that's all that we can say. So, but yeah, we're totally excited. These smaller rides are just absolutely perfect for everybody. I took my 4-year-old on them, and you might have seen recently there's a 91-year-old guy that loves riding them. And I've talked to a lot of really jaded coaster enthusiasts out there that absolutely love them too. So it's really the perfect ride for everybody, and we're totally excited to work with Sesame Workshop and the SeaWorld Parks team to make this ride happen. It's going to be just a fantastic ride.
Now, you're saying this will be good for family, so anyone can ride this. Of course, you're known for some really intense and some fantastic rides. Some of my favorites of all time, including my number one. We won't talk about that right now. But that's Voyage is still my number one, and I want to marathon that for charity. We should do that. Okay. But we'll talk about another day. Okay. But this right here is great.
People that can really ride that ride.
Yeah, it's fantastic. At night especially, it's fantastic.
Yeah. At night on the Voyage, it's been my most ridiculously awesome coaster rides out there. I don't have a favorite, but those have been the most insane. So yeah, absolutely.
Now, this is obviously a completely different coaster altogether, but can you tell us about what goes into the process of, from beginning to end, building a coaster, designing it, all that stuff?
Yeah. Usually it starts out, they give us the site plan. So we start with the site plan, we lay it out in CAD and try to figure out where we want to have the station and other features of the ride. So in this case, they had kind of an area in mind for the station, an area in mind for some of the structure. They want to do this, want to do that. So we take, some of those variables and kind of create our whole, pie out of that. And so we, add the pepperoni, which is the airtime. We add the curves, which is, maybe the cheese and the crust and all the seasonings and stuff like that. So, all the seasonings would be like stuff like Oscar. And so that was a very different design track. Once we have the dynamics of the ride, then everything else kind of starts falling in place. Everything from where we put in the storage tracks to the queue to all those other things. And, where does the queue dump out? Does it, dump into a backlot by a dumpster? Or, how do we get under this track with that? And so there's a lot of aspects of the ride design. The dynamics of the ride design is like a tiny fraction of the whole project. And that's what a lot of people focus on. But then once we have that ride design, then we can start designing and detailing the drawings for the structure. And then that structure then gets, fabricated and on site. And then we start building it. Right now, we've got quite a bit of the concrete in the ground. We're going to be starting vertical construction pretty soon. So it'll be pretty cool to see that structure going up. If you're paying attention really closely to the video, you might see that the structure color is something unique. So, but I can't tell you that because it's not on the press release.
Well, we'll try to dig, Coaster Addict fans. We're going to twist a few arms like we always try to do and get some more details out of this. But you definitely check this coaster out. When does it open?
That's spring.
Spring of 2018.
Spring of 2018. Be there. You will regret it. It does not go upside down, by the way.
It does not. So this is sort of new in some aspects. I mean, many of your coasters are inverted in many aspects.
Yeah,
have event times.
Yeah, we've got 2 in the States that go upside down, and I think 3 over in China. So yeah, this one does not go upside down. It's only 40 foot tall, so it's not a lot of energy to do that for our system, but it doesn't need to. It's gonna be too awesome.
Well, that's fantastic. We cannot wait to ride it. Check it back out with us, Coaster Addict. We're gonna get some more information, and we'll see what we can do. We'll see you in the spring, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for your time.
Absolutely. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Slimy says bye.